have such a fun and sweet little project for you. I am going to be using my Hip Kit today to create these adorable little wallets. You can put little gift cards in here. You could put little chocolates like Ghirardelli's in here. You have 3 slots. And I do have some stitching on here, but I didn't actually sew this. I'm going to be using a score line to seal these, but I just thought they came out adorable and they're so much fun. You can use this for any holiday, not just, you know, Christmas. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard, and the first sheet here that I'm going to be using is going to be a 5 by 6.5 sheet of paper. Okay, I'm going to turn it to the 6.5 inch score line, and I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. So that's just right here in the center. And then we're going to flip it to the 5 inch score, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 4.5 inches. And this is just going to be our little score lines here for our first fold. All right, so basically we're going to fold this and just knock off 2 of the edges. So let me grab some scissors here. And I'm going to take off, it doesn't really matter which ones you take off. I guess it depends on which side your paper is facing. And this is great for single-sided paper because you're not going to see the back. I like to just take a little notch off like that. And that's going to be our first little score. So as you see, I have stitching in mine, so I want to show you how I did mine. I didn't actually run this through and sew it on. I had made little stitch marks, and then I did it to give it that look because I really wanted that extra wiggle room, and when you sew it, it may like affect that. So just a little tip there. But again, you can sew this if you don't need that extra room. So I'm just going to fold my scores, and that's going to be our first layer. So when you do this and you pick out your paper, you'll want to really just look at it and see how you're going to stack it up as well. So I have like these and this, so you can see kind of how your wallet is going to look. So that's going to be the first little slot. Now we're going to go ahead and put that aside and go to the second layer. So the second layer is going to be a 3 by 5 sheet, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch 3 times around. So just at the small side 1/2 inch, long side 1/2 inch, and then small side again 1/2 inch. And that's just going to be our second layer. And this one we only have to basically just cut that off. And that's going to be our second layer. And again, make sure you run it through before, if you want that extra room. And this is so easy to make and so much fun. Can you go ahead and glue that on? This was actually an inspiration from a real sewing project that I found on Pinterest. And I thought, I bet that would just be a really cute idea as a paper version. So that is actually how I came up with this wallet. So there's the second layer. Okay, and then we're going to do the last layer. Ooh, put that glue down. So the last layer is going to be at 2.5 by 5 inches. And again, we're doing the same thing, scoring at 1/2 inch around 3 times. So 1/2 inch at the short side, 1/2 inch at the long side, and 1/2 inch on the short side again. Get that out of the way and put on our last layer. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that little corner off again. Just a little square on the bottom. This is double-sided, so it's hard to choose, but I did want it to be like a soft color album or wallet. Got that on. Just this lighting a bit. Okay, I'm just going to pop that on that last layer. And now we're just going to go ahead and add the little tab that closes it right here. And that's just a sweet little touch, because you can technically just leave it here if you don't want anything to seal it. So you should have 1, 2, and 3. And the little tab is just a 1 by 4.5 inch paper. So right here. And what I did was I corner around the side. And again, you can run this through your sewing machine or just leave it. And I curl mine a little bit just so that it goes over the edge a little bit easier. And I'm going to basically just glue it on the back, but make sure you kind of measure it to see where your little latch is going to go down to. So mine's going to be right about here. If you want it to be more forgiving, I would use maybe some sort of tape so you can readjust it, but I'm going to be confident in this spot right here. And it's just going to go like that. I'm going to use some Velcro strips. I cut my first one because I didn't want it to be too bulky, but you can leave it big as well. I'm just letting this dry in the back before I pull it down. And then you have this. So there's your wallet. And let's just add some little decor. I'm going to grab some foam tape, and just for reference, this is a gift card size right here. So I want you to be able to see this, and you'll be able to put it in the slot, and then you could put like the gift card here, maybe a little note, and maybe some chocolate or like a mini candy cane on the top, or cash. You can make it like a real wallet. And find some embellishments here. I'm going to use some double-sided foam tape to seal that on. I'm just going to push it out a little bit. This just came out really pretty so far, and it just takes minutes to make this, and it's really a lot of fun to receive something like this. I don't know if I'm going to leave this or add a little bit more. Let's see. I'm just going to add a flower. I'm really liking how that looks, and I'm going to stick something on my latch. A few stickers here. I don't know which one I'm going to use, but I do like that something's on it. I like that because it looks like a little wax seal. And of course, I'm going to add some Nuvo dots to this, or drops, because I feel like it's definitely going to add some detail to your little wallet. I'm going to probably put a little bit extra tape on there, but I just love how that looks. You could even come over here and add some more touches just to make it glitter a little bit. You could put tea in here, gift cards, all sorts of things. All right, guys, and that is the wallet. It just came out adorable. And like I said, you could add all your little tuck-ins in there. You could add embellishments, just anything you want. But it's just a perfect gift for the holiday. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me and hope you enjoyed this project. If you're not subscribed to the Hip Kit, you can subscribe by clicking the bell and for more fun inspiration. All right, everyone, thank you so much and happy holidays.